My heart starts beating fast and then I don't feel good.
People say that, ew, to me because I have one arm.
I just tell them to not stare at me or don't be mean.
Nice job, Ian. Well done, sir.
Something remarkable is happening here in the Bay Area in the beautiful rolling hills and vineyards of Livermore. It's Camp Arroyo. ABC7 is proud to bring you the stories of some incredibly courageous young people battling life-threatening diseases or life-altering conditions in our special program called Just Like Me.
You're not the odd one out anymore. You're always odd one in.
Yeah, it's just amazing to be here with all these kids who are just fighting for their life and living every day to the fullest, and it reminds me that I need to do that too.
The Taylor Family Foundation brings hope to kids like these every day through Camp Arroyo.
Thank you, Taylor Family Foundation!
Taylor Family Foundation partnered with the East Bay Regional Park District in 1997 to build this state-of-the-art green campsite to host free camps for children and teens dealing with everything from HIV/AIDS, asthma and diabetes to skin diseases, autism, and loss of loved ones.
My name is Xavier, and my dad, Tashawn, died of a motorcycle accident.
I'm here because I have a heart condition.
This is my daughter, Asul. Her stroke hit her on the left side of her brain.
I have celiac disease. That means I can't have wheat, barley, oats, rye, and malt.
I was born with one arm, and we don't really know why.
And my name's Kat Serena, and my father and my grandmother died. My father died of a heart attack, and my grandmother died of lung cancer.
Kids who come here with all these hard experiences at home, they get to play, they get to just be kids, and they get to meet other kids who are just like them.
Yes, and it's so much fun. I always talk about how usually the last day all the girls are crying because they're going home and they're going to miss their friends and that kind of thing, but they're also crying because they're so tired, because they stay up too late and they talk all night, and they talk about everything from, guys, it's hard at school to eat, you know, I can't go out on a date because I can't go for pizza, to, do you ever think about what it's going to be like when we do pass away from this disease? And so they do share these commonalities that give them, I want to say, a sense of peace, and give them this feeling that they're just not alone.
Outside of Camp Taylor, I know no one else that has a heart problem or anything wrong with them, so it's really special to me because I get to be with people that understand what it's like.
Whenever we share stuff, then some people know exactly how we felt, like when their loved ones died. So that just makes me feel good that other people had the same experience.
2 years ago, I actually lost 3 of our campers. So that was a reminder that life is very short, and I just want to be here and give it my all and enjoy it. This camp is only 5 days long, but like, it's just all the activities that we have here and all the fun that we can have.
Sometimes kids start counting fingers to match up hands, and that's really important to have the kids recognize. Not only are there other children with hand differences, but there are other children with hand differences just like them.
We showed our scars, and like, and one girl said like, oh yeah, I have that too, and like, we have exactly the same things.
And they come here and they see a kid for the first time, hey, you have the same scars I do. And I'll never forget the first time these 2 little 7-year-olds, they took their shirt off at the pool for the first time, and one of them reached over and touched it because they'd never seen it on another person.
Oh my goodness.
And so it was just, you know, tear-jerker almost at the time, but it was just so powerful what that one moment was for that child, to open their eyes and say, oh, there's someone else like me. And it changes their attitude, their self-confidence, everything changes.
It gives them strength. This camp really does give them strength.
I get to be here, and here it's like no one can make fun of you, and that's what makes me stronger.
This is where the kids can do what they want and be themselves and not be afraid of being judged or of everybody being critical.
I can do archery and maybe I can't run, but I can do other things that they have here and play bocce ball. Let's see, pressure's on. When I was 6 years old, I was diagnosed with a lung condition called pulmonary hypertension. Every single day, 24 hours a day, I'm on an IV pump. I've been on it for 12 years.
The indomitable spirit of kids when they're hurting, there's a fierceness about living, and there's and it's upbeat. This is gonna be good. We're gonna be okay.
Look what you've overcome.
True.
Taylor, he'd had 4 open heart surgeries and he'd suffered a stroke. And he's just kind of becoming a little kid trying to understand his disease and what his limitations were.
My heart condition is hypoplastic right heart syndrome, or also known as half of a heart. I wasn't able to circulate blood to my lungs, only to my body.
He remembers feeling different, and for a period, he was really embarrassed because of his scar on his chest and not being able to keep up with his classmates.
And he was not expected to live, and now he's going off to college to be an RN, to be a cardiology RN in pediatrics. And again, it just gives me chills. It is amazing because Taylor shouldn't have made it. Taylor did make it, and he is such a mentor to those little kids.
It's an opportunity of growth and for everyone to look up to you. So it's an amazing growing experience for me.
And the thing that I love more than anything is when these kids come to camp and they see older kids, they know that they're going to survive. They know there is hope. It is not all about their disease anymore. It's about being a child. It's about playing and having fun and meeting other kids just like them, and meeting older kids that are in college and, oh my gosh, I'm going to go to college. It doesn't matter how critically ill I am.
This camp's about everything you can do, not the things you can't do.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
These girls fight food issues every day, but not at Camp Arroyo. Meet other kids just like them when our special Just Like Me continues, and learn how camp all began thanks to the Taylor Family Foundation.
They started kind of out of their backyard, now have this massive, beautiful campsite where they can bring kids in from all over the country with special needs.
When I come to camp, it's really nice because everybody else has the same disease as me.
When you're in the hospital or whatever is going on with you, camp is there for you even throughout the year, and even if it's just something to look forward to, you know that there's like these 5 days that you can be normal.
I don't have to feel different here. I feel like I'm just in my own little gluten-free world.
The Taylor Family Foundation has helped more than 45,000 children have fun, build confidence, break down stigmas.
Hey, Ian, what do you tell people when they ask you about your little arm?
I tell them that that was just how I was born.
And make friends.
I'm here to play the other kids.
So that each can say there are others just like me.
We wanted to do something for Northern California children who didn't have any resources.
Barry and Elaine Taylor started the Taylor Family Foundation in 1990 to help children living with HIV and AIDS.
If we can just infuse them with some money, it will help. And then from there it went to, wow, the families need strollers and BART tickets. And oh my gosh, in the summer, they only get to hang out, and so they had nothing going on. And then it was like, ding, 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 we need to put something together.
And that's exactly what they did. In 1997, the Taylor Family Foundation started building Camp Arroyo.
The good news is that fewer kids are getting AIDS, so that means you have fewer kids at camp, which means there's more room for other kids.
So, by the time Camp Arroyo opened its gates in 2000, the Taylor Family Foundation decided to open the experience to all children battling any type of life-threatening or life-altering condition for free.
I remember when you first showed me this property, gosh, back in the 90s, there was nothing, it was just dirt.
It was dirt. It was dirt. None of this was here. This was a big dirt hill. So it was a tremendous amount of vision to think that it could happen. And even when it was in a drawing concept, I still had trouble with, like, how is this going to play out?
And look at this.
And it played out. It played out so much better than I thought.
Horseback riding, swimming, archery, making s'mores by the campfire. Camp Arroyo has promised all the usual summer camp activities since it opened in 2000. But it's the campers who make this place so very special.
And we, the Taylor Family Foundation, take birthdays very seriously. We don't just celebrate one, we celebrate all of you because you're all that important to us. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
You know, birthday cakes for most kids mean just a sweet and delicious treat, but for the kids at celiac camp, it could mean a trip to the hospital.
I have a disease called celiac disease, and that doesn't allow me to eat gluten or wheat.
I found out I had a celiac maybe when I was 8 or 9. If I go to a party and they're having like cake and cupcakes and donuts, I usually have to bring my own donut and cake and cupcake, but that's not that fun because everybody else is having their big donuts with filling and everything, and I have this little one.
That cake was legitimately the best cake I've ever had. Give this cake a 10.5.
Wow. It's just wonderful to see the look on their face. Some of them end up crying because they're just so excited. Normally they have one option, if any. It's pretty exciting to watch.
And as you stand here, my friend, and you look at this.
You know, I have to tell you, when I come out here on a daily basis, I'm just, oh yeah, we have a camp. You know, oh yeah, it's kind of big, no worries. I take someone on a tour and I watch their eyes grow and I watch them go, how did you do this? And kind of bums me out because people think I did it, and I didn't do it. It took, coining Hillary, it took a village.
One of the things I don't think people realize is that you have a lot of doctors and nurses who volunteer their time.
Oh yeah.
And their vacation time to be here.
Oh, well, Dr. Desai, his whole vacation is here.
What did I say last time when I listened? What did it sound like?
A heart.
Yeah, like horses are running through your heart. Remember that?
The kind of compassion that happens at this camp that doctors don't get anywhere else is beyond me. And it's all, they do it all free.
I feel so lucky. You know, I get to hang out with these kids and I get to see what they're capable of. To go out and see them swimming or going up to the rock wall, I know what they really can do.
Just being here now as a camper and not a doctor, this must be amazing for you.
It's really fun. Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, it's very cool to look around the mealtime and see all these kids who I've known since they were so little, and the counselors were all my patients since they were babies, and to see them really, you know, empowered and being able to be an example for other families. It's really cool.
As we've grown older, we've been able to take care of ourselves and become counselors and take care of the other kids too.
Want a hand? Anyone want a hand? A lot of the counselors have the same type of limb differences that Ian has. So when we're able to see them and they're in college or they're starting a new job and they're really excited about it, and you kind of see for our kids how that translates later in life. Just it's a really great thing.
Just being able to talk with other families and not feeling like we're alone too, you know, like that's huge for us too.
They go through life with a sword over their head, not knowing how long their kid's going to live or whether the next day something terrible is going to happen. It's a very, very challenging way to live, stressful way to live. It affects the children and the parents, the entire family.
I never imagined this. You know, it was more about these kids needed to have a place where they could fit in and they could say to each other, you're just like me. We have the same thing. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you.
That's the gift that the Taylor Family Foundation gives them. Changes their lives.
One generous gift from one Bay Area celebrity has helped thousands of families connect at Camp Arroyo. We'll show you how when our special Just Like Me continues.
For 360 days, these kids look forward to the 5 days they get at Camp Taylor. And so I would definitely want to make that experience the best that I can make it.
I don't want to go down in history as some woo-woo, look what you did. I want to go down in history as, wow, look at all those kids that lives changed because you all connected the dots. Up too hard. John Madden was sitting in the lobby behind a newspaper and he said, so Elaine, tell me what you want to do next. And I said, well, I really want to do a 3-hole pitch and putt, or like a little miniature golf. And he said, no, you don't. You want to build a bocce court.
Oh my goodness.
I know. And I said, okay. His reason, which has turned out to be the best reason, was because it's an icebreaker. It gets people to know each other. Nobody has to be good at playing bocce. You just need to roll a ball. Almost. Woohoo! The children mix and mingle immediately, but the parents are just, they're so isolated. So you get them out here, you split them up, you put them on bocce teams, you let them play, you let them have some laughs, you let them just kind of envelop each other, and then they become the resources for each other. And so this bocce court it's been everything. It's been an icebreaker. It's been a great team building thing.
So it's like a family experience where we're all learning how to take care of each other better, how to give to each other better, how to serve each other better, you know, all those things. It's been a great experience.
And I love the connecting the dots. I love hearing about someone who, oh my gosh, they have a teen with autism and they don't know how to deal, and I can put them together with another family who's done it so gracefully and who has done it with such a sense of pride for their child. And it's just about helping people.
Do it again, do it again.
You have an incredible person who is working alongside you.
I do. Angie Carmignani is our executive director, and I think what I love most about Angie is that she gets it. And while she is a great money manager and she is a great business executive and she is a great manager of people, Angie uses her heart to guide her to make our organization run. If that was your child, what would you do? If that was your mom, if that is your family, how would you respond? And that's how Angie thinks.
You and Elaine are kind of like peas in a pod.
Yes, we are. We are peas in a pod. She says yes to everything and anything, and I figure out how we're going to pull it off. And then I go back to her and say, okay, here's what we can do. When it comes to the kids, that's all we want to do is say yes. We really do. When it comes to a family, all we want to do is say yes. And sometimes it's hard, and we do have to work for it and work on it. But as a group, that's what we do good. We really are good at building relationships and finding the right resources and connecting the families to what they need.
Hi, handsome. I don't think they've ever told me no about anything. Anything I ask, they go, okay, well, let's think about that. How can we make that happen? They're problem solvers. They're wonderful. Every single person that I've dealt with through the foundation is wonderful.
We're really looking into our communities for what else is out there that we can help families with. What's going on, not just in this Tri-Valley area, but again, our whole range is Northern California. So albeit we cast a wide net, there's still so many people who don't know about what we do and why we do it.
We didn't even know about Camp Arroyo and things like the Taylor Family Foundation. And we were Bay Area residents for 18 years. So it was amazing that it was here all the time and we didn't know about it.
There are families that don't know we're here that need us. And I want them to know that we can help assign them to a group that would really support their needs.
To know that your community here is rallying for you and that the Taylor Family Foundation is rallying for you, if that's what we need to do, we'll do it.
This is the kind of help I think that lasts, and it's really powerful for families and kids.
To be here at the
Taylor. To be here.
That lasting effort takes a lot of work, a lot of heart, and a lot of money.
Kids that have very, very difficult time getting away and getting to summer camp, and they'll figure out a way to have them have that experience.
Former 49er quarterback Steve Young talks about the importance of the Taylor Family Foundation and giving when Just Like Me continues.
Elaine just wanted me to be associated with Taylor Family Foundation. So she got me over to East Bay and showed me what they were doing. It was really cool. I mean, it's cool. And there's a labor of love there too. And there's, you know, when you're all in, it's kind of neat.
NFL Hall of Famer Steve Young is one of many celebrities in the Bay Area committed to helping the Taylor Family Foundation and Camp Arroyo.
Is this a dream come true?
Well, it is a dream come true, but I have to tell you, when we started with all those kids and their social programs and their clinical programs is what we were funding. Never for a moment did I think this was going to be a lifelong endeavor. It's a lot of work, and it's forever, but forever is a good thing when you have kids that need this. Camp is going on its 14th year. You know, things need to be repaired and replaced and restored, and we need to be there to help service them when they have other needs outside of camp. We're not just all camp inclusive, even though we're known for that. You know, Taylor Family Foundation is synonymous with, Camp Arroyo, but you
provide a bunch of different services.
There's families who need transportation and could use a little help with their rent because their medical bills were so high last month. Or we have somebody who needs a little help with college to get them in the door. You know, so we help on all levels.
You have children and families who pass away too.
Oh yeah, we cover a lot of funeral expenses, and we've done it since the day we started. We probably run 3,000 kids a year through camp, and we have probably helped more now, probably closer to 80,000 families in the Bay Area.
80,000 families.
Wow.
A lot of times I feel like I'm taking up all the resources of my family, and they spend so much money on like all the hospital appointments, and for the kids to have this to come to, and like they're not even like their parents don't have to pay for it, and it's just like for them to come. It's great. And I'm very thankful for the Taylor Family Foundation.
By giving to the Taylor Family Foundation, they allow those things that others might take for granted. Very special things.
It's all about the children here. It costs a lot to keep this rolling and to provide the camp for these kids that have no opportunity to do anything like this.
Because it costs $1 million every year. You know, it doesn't cost $1 million just this year. That's what it costs.
I continue to be amazed by what the Taylor Family Foundation has done to make this happen for all of us.
So I really hope that other families that have kids with special needs can have an experience like this. You know, it needs to still be available for those other families.
You know, just come to a day in the park and just see those children and see what a difference that they're making in the lives of these children and families with these life-threatening illnesses. It really is an amazing experience.
You better come hungry, you better come thirsty, you better come wanting to help these kids, because that's why we put this event on, and we give you the best event in the Bay Area.
I wish we had Taylor Family Foundations everywhere. You know, the work that they do is real. It's very gratifying to know that Elaine was showing me pictures from 20 years ago, you know, that when I had come, when I was playing, and I love that feeling that I was associated with such a good group of people.
It's that whole army behind me of donors and generous people and volunteers and counselors and community-wide, from politicians to fire departments and our partners, the East Bay Regional Parks. None of it would happen without them. And so what they can expect is to come and be dazzled by how magical this facility is, how many people have come through this facility, and what you can feel it. Go up to the dining hall. You can feel it in the walls. You can feel the joy that happens here. And the hope. It's really, at the end of the day for me, it's about giving these kids hope that they will grow up and they will have a good life.